Hello, now I'm going to show you how to do the end-to-end tests using Cypress. So these tests test the application, simulating a user interacting with the UI. And so you need to have the database launched, the front end, the back end, and then you launch Cypress there. Okay, and this is the application. So you're going to write a script, and this script, I'm going to show you an example. These scripts are in the test package below specs, and you have your scripts there. So you have specific scripts for the tests. You have this traditional way of doing things with tests where you have a setup and a tear down. Here it's called before each and after each. And you can reuse a lot of components or a lot of procedures, interactions that are already defined, and these interactions are defined there. So basically, for instance, if you want to reuse, in this case, a demo teacher login, so it simulates the clicks necessary to do a demo teacher, it is in this login part, and here is a Cypress command that you can reuse in several places. Okay. So, and you have a lot of commands available here. These are the login ones, but there you have a lot of commands that are available here that you can reuse. Another thing that is relevant is that now we are interacting with the real database, so it's important that you clean the results. To do that, you can also have database commands and something like this. And when you invoke these, you basically interact with the database, either to create information. In the context of your project, these are already provided, so the only thing you need to do is just to place them inside this database .gs file. Now, looking at the script, so what we are going to simulate here is that a user goes and clicks on the dashboard, okay? But before, I need to basically create a quiz, and such that the user solves the quiz, okay? So what we are going to do is that before each, the first thing we do basically here is you delete all the questions. This is something that is provided and is in this database file, and by this interaction with the database to clean everything so that you can start your test with a clean database. Then you do a demo teacher login and invoke two other procedures that are available, which are create question, and you pass some parameters to this procedure, and create question basically does this, okay? So this is the set of interactions that you need to do in order to create a question. And similarly, you create a quiz, giving the quiz name and two questions names so that you can search for the questions. And afterwards, you just log out, okay? You log out. Then the test, okay, at the end, you clean the questions and answers as well. And the test is pretty simple. You start the test, you do an intercept. This is relevant, so you know that you're gonna do some invocation so some remote invocation to the backend. You put here the type of request, and you specify part of the path you can use. You can actually intercept several requests, and you store these in a variable. Okay, we'll see how does it work afterwards. Then you use these already provided procedures. You do a login as a student, okay, a demo student, and then use another one to solve the quiz. And finally, you go to the interface, and so after you solve, you get this element, or the element that have this tag, and does a click on it. So this is the part that actually you need to go to your interface. In this case, it's in the top bar, because what you're going to do is after you log in as a student, you want to click there, okay? And to do it is you need to go to the top bar, and in the top bar you add this, so you have this button. Look, this button is actually that button there, and you just add this tag there. Okay, so that what you are doing here, you say let's get this element, and after you get it, you click on it. Then it may take some time to do the request, and then where this is relevant, so you want to see what happens, you want to see the screen, so before you do something else, you just wait on get dashboard. So you wait that the front end gets the response. Okay, and finally, this is just a pretty simple test. You just find an element that contains the logout screen, the logout tag, the logout name, and there's a click, which is you go there. Two important things. In this case, I'm trying to find an element using a value, a string that is the name that is in the button. You can do it, but you should be very careful with it, because it depends a lot on the look and feel of the interface, or if you change the small things, these tests break. Okay? It's better that use these tags, data, CI, tests, tags, such that this is a bit independent. So if I decide, for instance, to change this name in the interface, this test will break. But this, when you change things, probably you can change the format, but you can keep the tags, and it's more resilient, the test. Okay? So let's run it to see what happens. So we do, in this case, to see npc Cypress open. Okay, it's gonna launch a browser, and we'll see all the scripts that are available, and this is the script you want to run, and that's it. It starts, and it starts interacting. Okay, so we'll see what's happening. Is using the password to access the database. Then there's these, so it's creating the questions, the code that we are reusing. Okay, look that it's using this data CI. Okay, now it is creating the quiz using these procedures. Okay, with 2 questions, and then it simulates. Now it logged out, then it logged in as a student, and the student answered the quiz. Okay, and finally it goes to the dashboard, and it finishes and logs out. If you want to see it more, you can with the mouse, for instance, if you want to see this part, look, I just click there, and I see this part. If I want to see another part, for instance, end quiz, here I am. So when I click, we see the click there. The click is being done there. So after you run the test, you can basically check each one of the steps to see if everything is okay. Okay, that's it. So the principle, well, the main message here is that you need to change your code in the front end to add these tags such that the tests are resilient. Sometimes it's difficult, sometimes it's more difficult to do it, and in that case you need to use other ways to identify the elements, like the string they contain, but try to avoid it as much as possible. Okay, thank you.